So let me begin with a shloka. If you know the shloka, you can also please follow. Omkaram bindu sanyuktam nityam dhyayanti yogina kamadam mokshadam chaiva omkaraya namo namaha. Om sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahe tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Honorable Sukhdev ji, Gopi ji, our esteemed guests, and all the members of the Gita Yoga Vidya Center and the Gita Vidya Center. It's really a pleasure and honor for me to join all of you today on this auspicious occasion when you inaugurate the center. And it is in fact very appropriate and I would say very timely for us to be a part of this celebration, in a sense that Gita is not merely a book. It is not merely something which exists as a treatise. It is something which is there within us, and it is the discovery of that inner Gita which is basically the purpose which all of us need to follow. People often say that Gita is merely something which was part of the Mahabharata, but the fact is Bhagavad Gita also gives lessons which were relevant 5,000 years ago, and they are relevant even today, and probably also continue to be relevant forever. We often see so much of disturbance, so much of disagreement around us many times, and we don't know what we as an individual can do about it. We feel helpless. And what do people do when you have that kind of a feeling? Today, as we stand here, being a diplomat, I cannot but mention that we see so much of violence, so much of disagreement, which gets converted into loss of innocent lives, loss of property. And what is the basic purpose why this thing happens? If we go into the depth of this, we know that it is nothing but inside somewhere there is no peace. And when there is no peace inside, there cannot be peace outside. It is easy for us as diplomats to work for establishing peace outside. But even we fail when it comes to giving peace inside to the soul. And that can only be achieved when we are at ease with ourselves. And that can only be achieved through what you people are doing. It is yoga and it is Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita should not be seen only as a religious text. It should be seen as a mode, as a mechanism to calm the soul and bring the soul to the proper direction. And it is really heartening to see that you have devised this very novel way of getting the message of Bhagavad Gita to each one of us. Even for a small child, the message of Gita is relevant. Of course, it is relevant as we grow. It is relevant for corporates. It is relevant for teachers. It is relevant for students. It is relevant for housewives. It is relevant for administrators. Everyone, each one of us can visit the Bhagavad Gita and always find something useful somewhere in that book. The most important thing which I feel at the message of Gita is nothing but to focus on your work. So for me as an individual, if I am asked, what is the gist of Gita for us? And I think that question has always been asked. So many people ask, why should we read this book? What is the relevance? What is there for me in that book? The fact is, so many people thought that they will go to Himalayas, they will isolate themselves from the whole world, and that is how peace can be achieved. And still there were people that after going through all that, still they were not able to achieve peace. Whereas an individual, a family person, a student, a housewife, a person who is involved in day-to-day work, if he or she also needs peace, the only way to do that is go through these small verses and discover it yourself. And I'm sure each one of us is able to discover that message of love, compassion, peace, and most importantly, universal brotherhood, which I think is the most appropriate message for us as we see the situation today. So with these words, I would like to congratulate all of you and also thank for doing this very noble initiative. Thank you, Gopiji, for giving me this opportunity also to be a part of this very auspicious occasion. Let me wish all of you good health, happiness, and most importantly, inner peace. Thank you very much. Once again, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Namaskar.